Let's turn to all things hockey, Olympic hockey, and let's bring in Ryan Paton, host of Sirius XM Radio. Ryan, good to talk to you yet again today about, of course, the Olympic hockey tournament. Pretty exciting stuff right now. And now the game's much more consequential. We've got Canada taking on Czechia in quarterfinal action. Canada going in, Ryan, as the top seed. They looked pretty good in that opening round robin, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and one of the wins, too, was against Czechia. They won 5-0. David Pastrnak put it best. He said that this probably is the best team ever assembled. And you think about all the great teams, Nick, that have been assembled, whether it's from the U.S. or Canada or Sweden, any team on the international level, that's pretty high praise. And when you have Sidney Crosby on your third line, that means you're pretty good and pretty deep. So it's going to be this comes down to one game, though, right? So this is much different from the qualification round, the preliminary round. Now it's into the medal round. So if you just have a bad game, if you're not completely on, and if Czechia somehow finds a way to stay within a gold or two, whatever it is, Canada, the heavy favorite, obviously, then it could be close at the end. But I firmly do believe that I agree with David Pastrnak. This is Canada's tournament to lose. And if they get by the Czechs in this game today, then they're off to the semifinals.
Okay, speaking of getting by the Czechs, I want to get to potentially that next semifinal, but I don't want to get too far ahead here, Ryan. But also, it's interesting to note that McKinnon and Bennett were not practicing in their most recent practice ahead of the quarterfinal today. What do we know? What has John Cooper said about their availability today? Because they're clearly key parts of this team.
Yeah, and Nate McKinnon had a bit of a run-in the last game, so I believe McKinnon's going to play, but Sam Bennett more than likely is going to be out. I think Josh Morrissey's going to be out as well. Brad Marchand is going to be coming in for Sam Bennett. So that's kind of the latest. They had an extended practice early this morning or whatever time it is right now over in Italy. So through the extended practice, I think that's what John Cooper's going to go with. So from what I gather, Sam Bennett will not be playing, which is fine because, again, the depth with this team is phenomenal. You can just go down the line and you can look down the bench and look in the room and say, okay, you're up next. And it's going to be really a great hockey player that's going to come in. So that's the latest. I think McKinnon's going to be okay. And Nick, it's going to take a lot worse than just a little bit of an ailment or a little ding to keep McKinnon out of this game.
I would think so. Absolutely right. Yeah. Okay, so on the other side of this part of the draw where Canada is, you've got Sweden taking on the Americans. This might be the toughest quarterfinal match at the whole Olympic hockey tournament right now. That also means that Austin Matthews is going up against his teammate William Nylander potentially. What do you make of this matchup?
Yeah, Matthews had a great comment. He said, I'm not going to speak to him at all until we get back to Toronto, which is fine. It's what happens. You put your teammate aside and you focus in on your nation. I think it's going to be a good one. And yeah, you're right. I do believe that out of these 4 quarterfinal matches, this one is the most intriguing for Canada, who they're going to maybe face in the gold medal game for the U.S. and Sweden. So I don't know. It's something just a lot of people are thinking, Nick, that the U.S. is going to eventually get to that final game, the gold medal game against Canada. I'm not so sure. I know the U.S. is strong. I totally get it. But if they're able to find a way, the Swedes, to get by the U.S., or if the U.S. gets by them too, you've got Finland maybe in the next round. And Finland is a very good team. They're a sneaky good team. So it's going to be a good one. Always fun to see Matthews and Nylander face each other in international competition. But again, you put all the friendship aside, it's about getting to that semifinal round for both these teams.
Okay, so Ryan, my mistake there. I thought that Sweden and the U.S. were in the same part of the draw. So who potentially could Canada face in the semis then?
Yeah, so right now, Slovakia is on top of Germany 4-1. So that would mean that Canada, if they beat the Czechia team, that they're going to end up facing Slovakia in that next round. And then more than likely, if they end up beating them, then they're going to get to that gold medal game. So it's going to come down to, I think, again, this whole game today between these two teams. Marty Necas said, look, it's all in the plan. What we did was we know we can't beat Canada twice, so let's give them that first game and let's beat them in the second game. Well, okay, Marty, I don't know if you meant to say that, but let's see if you eat the words or not. But yeah, I mean, right now, to me, Slovakia is very good and they're a dangerous club. And if Canada gets through, then they'll take on one of those two teams, either Germany or Slovakia.
All right. Well, we know about the miracle on ice back in 1980, so anything can definitely happen, whether it's Olympics or otherwise. Ryan Paton, always appreciate talking hockey with you. Thanks for the time this morning.